This is Wealdstone Brook, a small river in northwest London, which unfortunately is toxic. Trust in the water sector is at an all-time low, and pollution like this is eroding that trust even further. So how do we know if the water here is toxic? We asked the experts to find out.
Hi, I'm Claire. I work for Thames 21 and we're an environmental charity working to improve the rivers across the Thames basin.
We asked Claire how they test the water and what the results mean for life in the river.
So today we were testing the Wealdstone Brook for two pollutants, phosphate and ammonia. Both of them are indicators of sewage pollution in the brook. Ammonia is highly toxic to aquatic life. So for a river to be sort of good and healthy, the ammonia has to be below 0.6 milligrams per litre. And phosphate is more an indicator of longer term pollution. It causes algal blooms and affects the ecology that way. A good result would be below 0.1 milligrams per litre. Today we found ammonia at 1.72 milligrams per litre. So that's nearly 3 times the safe level. And we found phosphate at 0.4, which is 4 times the level that's safe for the life in the river. So this indicates that this brook is unfortunately highly polluted. If you keep having it at that high level for a long time, you're not going to get any life left in the river, really. We wouldn't recommend that people can swim or paddle in it, which is really sad. And that's the same with, lots of our rivers and streams. And the other thing is a lot of our water across the Thames basin comes from rivers. So if it's polluted, it costs more to treat that to make it into drinking water. So if we are able to keep our rivers cleaner from the beginning, that's going to be beneficial for not only the animals and plants that live in it, but for humans as well.
Now that we know how the water testing is done and what the results mean, let's hear from some of the people trying to fix our waterways and listen to what they think needs to happen to enact real change.
Freshwater biodiversity is dying at 5 times the rate of land-based species. We have a massive disconnect with our nature in this country, and our rivers give us life, literally. We use them for drinking water, we use them for washing, and we're poisoning them, and they're polluted beyond belief. We have to put everything into regulating the water companies. We have to put everything into making sure that this doesn't continue to happen. Without that, it's all pollution for profit.
I live in a small village called Marsh Gibbon, which is near Bicester. It's got an old sewage works infrastructure. There's pressure on the village from a housing perspective, and I don't feel that there should be any more housing development until the sewage infrastructure is resolved. Now, that won't just be the case for the village I live in, that will be across the country. There's no silver bullet for it, but it needs to be addressed.
Tinkering at the edges of the water system is not going to fix everything. Until we have a fundamental overhaul of how the entire system operates, we are not going to end sewage pollution and improve the water quality in our rivers and our seas.
I want to make sure that everybody can enjoy the rivers, take part in them, swim in them, sail on them, paddleboard on them, fish in them, walk by them, cycle by them, and them to be thriving environments.
We started an inquiry into water. We produced a report, as everybody knew about today, with recommendations, and the government has accepted some of them, not others.
There are so many amazing MPs that are really trying to make a difference, and days like today are really inspiring and a reminder of kind of the amazing power that we can use our political system for to make a better change.
It's nice to be heard. I think a lot of these conversations are going on, but to have MPs' attention for well over an hour and to be able to really highlight these issues to them is really positive and hopefully leads to some forward movement.
If we're going to have a decent environment for the next generation, we've got to educate them in what they ought to expect so that they can put pressure on this government and this generation to do something about it.
Events like this are an invaluable source of information for committees like ours, the Public Accounts Committee, to hear from those most affected by issues like water sector regulation. To find out more about the work we're doing in this area, visit committees.parliament.uk.